SOPO movie premiere. It was a night of celebration, culture, and cinematic innovation as the premiere of SOPO, a groundbreaking 3D animated short film, lit up EbonyLife Place in Victoria Island, Lagos. Produced and directed by Nissi Ogulu, sister to Grammy Award-winning superstar Burna Boy, SOPO marks her debut in animated storytelling. The film, whose title means togetherness in English, explores themes of connection and legacy through a vibrant visual narrative. Inspired by real-life stories and cultural history, SOPO is being hailed as a fresh voice in African animation. The star-studded premiere drew notable personalities from across the media and entertainment space. Among those present were Nissi herself, her mother and executive producer Bose Ogulu, renowned media entrepreneur Debola Williams, Honorable Toke Benson, and film industry executive Ijeoma Ona. Speaking with HipTV, Nissi described the project as a dream come true, saying, "SOPO isn't just a film, it's a story about identity, community, and the future of African storytelling." Her mother, Bose Ogulu, emphasized the importance of investing in new forms of creative expression, praising the film's cultural relevance and technical brilliance. Guests were treated to an exclusive first look at the film inside EbonyLife's luxury cinema hall, where the animation's bold visuals and Afrobeat-inspired soundtrack featuring music from Kuti. The film was produced by Creele Animation Studios and is loosely based on the dynamic father-son relationship between Afrobeat legend Fela Kuti and his father, as explored in the book This Fela Sef. While SOPO is expected to tour the international festival circuit, plans are already underway for a broader cinema release across Nigeria in the coming months. With SOPO, Nissi Ogulu has set a new standard in Nigerian animation, combining artistic innovation with cultural pride, and audiences can expect to see even more from this rising creative force. Stay tuned. SOPO is coming soon to a cinema near you.
The name SOPO, in a sense, means together or connected in Yoruba. So we adapted the amazing book by Benson Idolije called This Fela Sef, that chronicles the life of his as a music critique in the music world alongside Fela Kuti, who has managed and his life as a journalist, etc. We wanted to also showcase a dynamic that was relatable to everybody, the dynamic between a parent and their child, and the parents' want for academic excellence versus the passion of the child and how you support the two. So it's the dynamic between passion and expectation of this young boy called Oyeju, living life as a gifted, talented musician who wants the support of his father, who also wants for him to excel academically. So he is trying to navigate a world in which he can both please his parents and please his inner passion and his inner desires to become this fantastic musician. So yes, in the movie, we see how it all unfolds. Animation has a place in this industry for sure. I believe that we are now at the tipping point. We are now beginning to set the tone of what that looks like as an industry. The more players in the game, the more we create fantastic content that can appeal to us and appeal to people outside with universal themes, and do it with quality, with expertise, with attention to detail, and tell authentic stories that people want to hear. I believe that the industry can only grow more. We are just at the beginning stages.
My name is Ijeoma Ona. I am the founder of NIFS. So watching this short film tonight, I think it sparks up a lot in terms of how we can actually get our stories to a global audience, very authentic, very Nigerian, very African. I think it's about time that we've been seeing a couple of animations coming out, but what I saw this night is very impressive. The quality of the animation, the story. It was voiceless, by the way, but it spoke volumes. The messaging was very clear. Not a word spoken, but yet full of words. So I believe that it's time actually for us to begin to push our authentic stories globally, and this is a very good start. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. We need more. We need this industry is growing. We already had a lot to do with the Nollywood scene, but this is a part of Nollywood that we need to nurture. It appeals to the young ones, and of course, as old I am, I see we enjoy watching Tom and Jerry and all that. So it simply means there is something in it for everybody. So I'm aware there has been some trainings, there has been some capacity building to build animators in Nigeria. So right now we just need to put infrastructures in place and have things properly set so we can get there. We are moving, but we're not yet there at all. But the effort being made by individuals and corporate bodies and all that is gradually paying off.
Animation is that category of the creative industry that we know the talent, the raw talent exists, and as Nissi highlighted in her speech, whether the skill sets, the refined skill sets, is there. It's still we're still not sure, but we've seen different things come up, and now in the age of AI, probably it would get better. But um, what we've seen today shows us that animation is in good hands, and shows us how you can organize and put together an animation product by having a great company and a great team behind you. It was very very evident on screen today, and just looking at the credits, you can see that this is a well-oiled, well-organized company, and it was evident in the outputs.
It resonates very well with our society, our values, and what we stand for as a people. But it also shows that, and it teaches us to accept that talent in a lot of our kids, which we most times always just want to reject. I have living experiences in my home too, but I think it's a beginning of great things that will come here. It's a beginning of a new dimension in animation, in film, and in that industry. I think with all the support and the right um, stuff behind this and behind her, behind Creele, I think it's something that will compete very well globally.
Nigeria has some of the brightest and the best animators. There's a strong anime community in Nigeria. They have conventions every year, quite a number of major events, a landmark at Eco Hotel, so you might need to find them. And us getting into partnerships with Disney and the big studios now is not strange. It's because we have the content, we have the competence and the capacity. I think what excites me about SOPO is that it takes a different spin to the African family. Usually, the film would have ended with the father refusing him to pursue his talent. He would have defied them, gone ahead to pursue his talent, and succeeded. But for once, that stereotype is broken, and the parent bought him the instrument. They identified the talent of their child, and they chose to support it. And I think that's very instructive for many African parents in today's world. Talent is the currency of my generation, the generation after, and those who are coming, even ahead. And so, the earlier we realize that the creative sector is the new crude, and that the talent industry is the simplest way to economic prosperity for many young people in a continent that is seeking jobs and opportunities, the better for us.
They are contending with a lot. A lot of them are technical people who can do anything. And they mix it with this love of the creatives, this love of creativity, and they're putting their heads down to do it. It takes a lot of time, and the remuneration is almost non-existent. At least for music, we know what the remuneration is. For film, we know what it is. But for animation, is honestly almost non-existent. It's like they're just coasting along, waiting for a Disney or whoever to come from heaven and pick them up. So we actually need to look at putting stuff in place that can help these people do their jobs and fulfill their passions correctly. Because it is a way of telling stories that has been ignored. I mean, you start early. You have animation for children. You have for adults. It's family entertainment. It can be anything. So it's a very vast area that we can use to teach, to instruct, to entertain, and honestly to tell our stories, our